starting a little bit early, just because. All right, I think we are live. So hey, everybody! Welcome to Astronomy Daily Live. It's clear. It's clear in southern Arizona. So gotta take these opportunities, right? Gotta take these opportunities to get out here under a clear sky and look at some stuff. So we've got Venus, we've got Saturn, we've got Jupiter, and we have Mars. All four of those. So we're going to be looking at those soon. I'm looking over there now to see if there's Venus. There's Venus over there. I don't think you can see it through there, but I'm going to try. Now, I haven't, and I hope everybody can hear me okay. I'm going to pop up my chat. Hey there, Uncle Bill. How's the audio and video and everything else? I'm looking a little bit choppy on my Hangout screen. I don't know if that's the poor machine or if that's something else. Bobby, am I coming in choppy or anything on your end?
I think everything's good.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna go with it then. You can see I'm slewing the telescope over to Venus. And let's see. I think the last time here there we go. Hey there, Andy. Nice to see you in the chat. The last time I used this finder scope has a little red spot that's projected up onto here. So when I look through it, I can see a little red spot in the middle. And you have to turn them on and off, right? And I notoriously leave these stupid things on, and I did. So I don't have my little red dot. So I'm hoping that I can just sort of put it in the middle here and hope for the best. But let's see if we got any. Oh, I've still got it. It's still there. So wow, that's pretty amazing. I think I probably left that on for like a couple of weeks or so. And it's still on. Now I'm going to switch. I think I can switch to the webcam on the telescope, which is back here, directly. So let me try and see if Venus is in the field of view. It's going to go black, but you should still be able to hear me, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so I'm gonna slew around a little bit, see if we can pick this bad boy up. There he is. So there's Venus. Now I'm not tracking, so it's gonna, and I'm gonna play with the focus a little bit here. I gotta slow down my my slew rate. Oh, let me get it back. There it is. I'm going to go to a slower slew rate so I don't jerk around like that. Oh, where is he? Oh, there he went. So can you see that okay, Bobby? I mean, once it's in there?
Like that, so.
You see that bad boy?
There you go. Is that Venus?
That is Venus. It may be a little bit out of focus. Let me play with the focus a little bit here. That's way out of focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the exposure time. Man, I'm going to have to... okay, so I got to pull that up, and I've got to maneuver Venus. So let me knock the exposure time down a little bit. And the gain. Whoop.
Sure is moving fast.
Well, the Earth spins awfully fast, dude. It's pretty amazing. So I've slowed down my slew rate even more, so should be able to. Let me do that one. We're losing him. There he goes. I'm trying to change the exposure time and the gain here, so it's a decent, but it's really, I've got to. It's a good thing I'm a keyboard player because I'm used to doing one thing with the left hand and another thing with the right hand, because that's what I'm having to do right now. Not really seeing anything really change all that much. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to track until I can do an alignment. So we're going to have to deal with a little bit of Earth rotation here for a bit. I'm not seeing it really change all that much. Let me. Oh, haha! I'm changing the wrong camera. I've got two cameras. Okay. All right. Let me cancel that. Would you like to save changes before exiting? No. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this. I've got two cameras now on this poor laptop. And I was changing the settings of the webcam that I just got, not changing the settings here. So let me, that software is coming up here. Change webcam, C525. We'll try to keep him in the field of view. I think it's still out of focus, but you can see that it's definitely not round, right? And that is correct. Venus goes through phases just like our moon does, because it's closer to the sun than we are, so we can see the dark side of Venus and Mercury as far as that goes. All right, so now I've got the correct control up, so I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to get rid of that, and sorry about that. Okay, so now I'm going to mess with the settings. It's not easy doing all of this at the same time, but I've gotten pretty good at doing most things, so no worries. Now you can see that it's changing a little bit. I'm going to do that. I'm going to change the exposure time. I mean, we're not going to see any surface features or anything, right? And as soon as I can, I'm going to get back onto the chat to check in with Uncle Bill to see how all the sound and all that is going. But yeah, this planet of ours.
Carson, I want to find out what he's using.
I missed a lot of that, Bobby. Do you want to try that again?
I want to find out what browser she's using, because if she's using like something else.
Cool, cool. Well, come on, Mr. Venus. All right, let me see if I can play with the focus here a little bit. I like to go this side of focus and that side of focus, and then I go sort of right in the middle. And, this is a very, very small field of view, too. So, not only are we magnifying the actual planet here, we're magnifying the motion of the rotation of the Earth so we can actually see it. And you can see it's a pretty bubbly atmosphere. We're looking through a little bit of garbage down there. Not too bad. Goose up the gain, turn down the gain. Okay, it sort of looks like. So, looks like Venus is just, looks like it's maybe about half phase or so. Something like that. Kind of hard to tell exactly. Play with these other settings here. Got lots of settings. White balance. Yeah, that's not really doing much. Turn the exposure time way down. So that's the shortest exposure I've got, but I've got the gain turned up. So I don't know what's best here, but there it is. That is Venus. Yay! All right, I'm gonna go back onto the chat here and make sure that. Yeah. I think four hands, Tom. Everything's fine. Audio is good. Good. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm gonna keep on this because we keep rotating out. Whoop! I think I've lost it. There it is.
Yeah.
Put him right.
Cosmic. Yeah.
Yo.
If Uncle Bill is still going to join the panel.
Oh, okay. Uncle Bill, I think I need your email address. So send me an email, cosmiclettuce@gmail.com, and I will check it in a couple minutes. In fact, I can check it right now. I don't see anything yet, Uncle Bill, so whenever you want to shoot me an email, I'll shoot you the link back. Be great to have Uncle Bill on here. I think he's going to go audio only, but that's fine. So I can see Jupiter. Jupiter is up towards the south. I'm going to stand up and see if I can see Saturn and Mars. So I guess I'll sort of put Venus at the top here, and it'll drift down while I just walk over here for a second, see if I can see the others. Yeah, there's Saturn. Ah, there's Mars. Okay, got them all. All right, so I've got them all. So what I'm going to do at some point here, as soon as I can see a few stars, I need to see two stars technically to do a star alignment. So I will. I'm just going to wait a little while longer. We can keep looking. You can hear the siren go by on the road. I don't know if you can hear that or not. It's out there. So pretty amazing to see 4 planets up at the same time. That's very, very awesome. Very, very cool.
I can barely hear the sirens too.
Yeah, good. Well, that's about a quarter of a mile away, so I don't really expect you to be able to hear much. We're out in the middle of nowhere here. Just a bunch of crickets and moonlight and Venus light. So you can see how turbulent the atmosphere is, right? I mean, that's supposed to be a nice sharp edge, and we're just seeing it bubbling away. And that's what causes our seeing, and that's what limits the imaging capabilities and also spectroscopic capabilities of telescopes on the ground, is that bubbling, right? So get above the atmosphere with like the HST and don't have that problem anymore. All right, well, that's pretty cool. You know, we can probably shoot over to Jupiter. I mean, it's there. Yeah? Should we?
But
Let's
still,
let's do it. Here we go. Going to Jupiter. I actually went on the Horizons website and got the distances to all these planets tonight. So I'll let you know what that is, too. Okay, I'm going to go to Jupiter. Here we go. You ready? It's going to be pretty close. I'm going to nail it. Almost. Oh, wrong way. It's coming in. Almost. I've got this telescope slewing a little slow right now. Let me boost up the...
hey, Cosmic.
Yo.
Hey, it's also my birthday, local time here.
Well, hey. Pretty awesome. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Another spin around the sun for you.
Yeah. And indeed.
Should be getting close here. Don't know why I'm not seeing it. As I'm pointing right at it. Always a little bit of a challenge. Always a little bit of a challenge.
Thanks, Tom.
Where is he? Got to be up there somewhere. Huh. For some reason, I'm pointing right at it, but I'm not seeing it. I'm hoping that the webcam is okay. Come on, Jupiter, you're not that hard to find.
Oh, yeah, free.
Huh. I'm a little bit concerned that the webcam has gone off. So I'm going to go back to Venus and I want to confirm that the camera is still running because, of course, it's all we see is black right now. So let me just go back to Venus really quick.
Yeah, it would be great if you do a malfunction check.
There it is. Okay. So, well, you know what? Let me see exactly where it is in here. Okay, so in the finder scope, it's Okay. All right, here we go. Try again. Must be determined with these things. That's why I keep telling Ata, don't give up. And I'm gonna give her an example of that today. Don't give up. I'm gonna go to a slower slew. Now it's possible that I just don't have my exposure time long enough. So let me. No, it should. No, I really should be able to see it. So okay. Well, let's just go around here till we get it. Got to be here somewhere. I don't think. No, Jupiter's awfully bright. I don't need to change any of my gain or anything like that. I don't think so, at least. I'm pointing right at it. Well, let me mess with the gain a little bit. See, it's possible, I suppose. Change. We really goose up the exposure time and goose up the gain, just in case. Just in case. Sorry about that, Bobby. I think I booted you off. Uncle Bill, I still don't have your email. Yeah, sorry about that, Bobby. That was my bad. My bad. Pushed the wrong button. You should be able to come back in. I'm not quite sure where this guy is, though. That's pretty strange. Should pop out like crazy. Oh, there he is. There he is. So I don't know if you can see this or not, you guys, but right on the edge of Jupiter there, you can see that little bump. That's one of the moons. I posted a picture of the Jupiter system in the Discord, and I want to say that's Io, but I can't be sure. So now that we've got it, I'll knock the exposure time down a little bit, and we can actually see the planet, not just the moons.
Now you're spinning.
There we go. Well, So pretty good. That's some pretty interesting detail there. I think up is to the south, and I think down is to the north, I believe. Let's see if I can play with the controls a little bit here. Pretty nice and turbulent down there for sure. I don't remember ever seeing it quite that naughty before. That's a little strange.
It's a good deal.
Whoop. I've got it over on the side because I've got my control on the right side, and so I'm having to keep it on the left side just so I can see it. But that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Whoop. Okay, so I'm going to save that for now. We can take a look at that for a little while. So it's getting slowly darker. The stars are starting to pop out a little bit here. So as I said, as soon as I can see a couple bright ones that I can sort of recognize or so, then you're going to watch me do a star alignment live. That's always fun and entertaining. I've got Vega and Altair and Deneb over in the east. Vega's pretty high, about 45 degrees up right now. I've got Arcturus past the zenith, pretty high up. Probably a little too. Well, I can do that with the scope now. So without my notebook here, I'm not exactly sure how far away this guy is right now, but I want to say, I'm trying to remember, it's something like 780 million kilometers. That's how far away it is as of 3 hours UTC, which is just about now. So about 778 million kilometers away. Pretty good for that far. Okay, I'm gonna look through my finder scope and make sure I know. Yeah, it's just dead on. Okay. My finder scope is dead on, so when I go actually do stars, well, I can probably do it now. I've got Arcturus and Vega up. So let's go ahead and do a star alignment, because once we do a star alignment, then I don't have to sit here and you know, move the scope constantly. That's a major pain. All right, so I'm going to go over and I know that this is a sacrilegious, horrible thing, Bobby, but the only time that I really use my shortwave radio is when I want to know what time it is. And I need to know what time it is now in order to do this alignment. So I'm going to go over and turn my shortwave on to the WWV. Is it 10 megahertz? Is that it? 10 megs?
You can give it like about 5, 2.5, or 10.
Yeah, 10. Okay, I usually use 10. The reception for 10 here is really good because, you know, I mean, it's Fort Collins, so that's relatively close to me. So, okay, I'm going to put this way over here. Looks like I'm getting a little bit of vignetting. You see how it darkens on the edge there. That just means that, yeah, this camera is seeing a lot more of the field of view than what the scope is providing. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to go to my first star, which is going to be Arcturus.
You know, it would have been better if you would have like an SDR and set it to 10 megahertz and then use like something called multi-PS Play Quad Gap and it'll be better.
Cool. I'm always up for better if I can get away with it. Okay, so here comes Arcturus. Let's go slower. A slower slew. Now, I guess I really don't need to do this. There's Arcturus. So I need to get all my time here and everything. Okay, so press enter. And then I'm going to do 2-star line. This is where I need to set my time. So it's going to be, here my local time is exactly 8 p.m. So it's going to be 8:01. So 200100. And now I need to wait because the 0 hour just chimed. And as soon as it goes to 8:01 or 3:01 UTC, I'm going to hit the enter button here, and that will set my time. I'm listening to the WWV. I've got to have it away from the computer because the computer is just noisy, radio noisy. So here we go. Boing. All right, we got it. Okay, so standard time, mountain, and it is. Now, my local date, of course, is still July 31st, so I have to do 073118, enter. Okay, so now we're going to go to Arcturus. I've got a star list on here, so I can choose, or I can tell it, you know, what star is what. Okay, so now it wants me to move to that star, which I'm going to do in kind of a rough way. Well, got to be around here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so now that I've sort of got it, come on, where are you? Oh, I lost him. Where are you, Arcturus? Pretty close. Chasing Arcturus. Sounds like a movie. There he is. Okay, hit enter. Now now we got a little bit more control here. So what I'm going to do, whoop, is I'm going to wait till he gets right into the center, and then I'm going to hit my line. So I sort of have to, you see he's moving at a little bit of an angle there. So I've got to, as soon as he goes in the middle, I'm going to hit a line. Ready? Bam! Okay, so now we're going to go to our next star, which is Vega. So I got to go back to my list and choose Vega. Enter. Okay, and now we're going to slew over to Vega, which is on the other side of the sky. So, let's see. Let's go around. Okay. I just have to make sure that I'm slewing the scope so it doesn't pull the laptop. Just scoot this a little closer. Get on this side of the scope. And as soon as I can, I'm going to turn off my shortwave because it's I love it to pieces, but it's kind of it gets a little bit annoying. You know what I mean? You hear me okay over here? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, everything's good there.
Okay, cool. All right, getting Vega. Oh, going the wrong way. Where are you, Vega? There he is. Okay, so I'm going to sort of do the same thing here. Just sort of wait until he drifts into the middle, more or less the middle. Bang! Alignment success. So now you can see that Vega's not moving because it's now tracking the sky. Whoop, that was me. Oh, there he is. Now it's going to move a little bit because my tracking isn't great. So you're just going to have to put up with that. Well, so now we can play with focus a little bit too. It's obviously a little bit easier to focus on stars. Just a little bit. So I'm going to get one of those things to put in front of the telescope to allow me to properly focus, but I'm just going to do it old school. Oh, yeah. Move him around. Really spread the light out a little bit. Wow, Mars is bright over there. Oh, I lost him. Come back, there you go. Be right on top of him. I changed focus and it, wow, it really vanished. Huh. Okay, let me keep working on it. Gotta be patient. We're right on top of him. Okay, well, we know that we're tracking, so let me, I'm going to go back to something brighter. Because I think I messed up the focus. And let's see. I want to go that way, I want to go this way. Okay, so I'm going to slew back over to, I guess we'll slew back over to Jupiter. Yeah, stars are starting to pop out now. I can see Scorpius and Sagittarius, Pleiades, Summer Triangle, everybody. Yeah, I think I messed up the focus, which is why Vega sort of vanished, because I spread the light out too much. And now I don't know where my focus is, so we'll go to something really bright, like Jupiter, with the hope that it will, don't want that touching the scope. Okay. In fact, I'm going to goose up the exposure time and the gain, so I can really be able to get this guy. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. So I got to pull up the webcam controller again. So please be patient. We're sort of, killing a little bit of time here, letting Mars rise, because Mars is about like maybe 5 degrees above the horizon at this point. So it's really, really low, but wow, is it bright. Amazingly bright. I hear a large flying insect flying around me right now. Kind of interesting. Okay. Come on. So as soon as I get this thing focused, then we can really rock and roll. I think the focus was pretty good, but I messed it up good. So got to do that, and I've got to do that. Okay, so that's really goosed up. So now we'll go back over here. And let's see if we can get Jupiter again. Oh. Slow the slew down a little bit. Good. Pop in. Ouch. 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 Should pop in. Come on, Jupe, where are you? There you are. Okay, so that's more or less focused. So now let's go over to Arcturus and focus on Arcturus, because I really want to get a good focus for all of us here. I've got this gravel driveway. So kneeling on gravel is like, you know, not very fun. So I've got this piece of cardboard on the ground that I keep having to move. Arcturus is nice and high in the sky. Should be pretty close there. See if we can get him. Pretty close. There he is. So you can see the tracking isn't great. It's not bad, but it isn't great. Okay, so now I think what I'm going to do is change the exposure time a little bit so it's not such a huge blob. I'll knock the gain down a little bit. I don't know, maybe I should focus first. Yeah, let me do that. Let me keep these turned up. And turn the brightness way up. So focus. So there's way out of focus. One way. Looks like my collimation isn't exactly right. See how this see how it's not quite in the middle, this central part? It's not quite in the middle of that ring. We'll go the other way. Seeing a bunch of dust. It's kind of neat, you know, to see things this way. You're actually getting sampling of the atmosphere. You're just spreading the light out a little bit. And you can see I've got some dust. But yeah, my collimation isn't exactly right. You see the dark circle should be right exactly in the center of the other one, and it's not. So I'm gonna have to work on that. I wasn't aware. Wasn't aware. So let's see. So now I can sort of go on that side and on that side. And wherever it's the smallest, so probably looks like about there, huh? Got to correct my tracking a little bit. Whoop. Come back, Arcturus. There we go. So that's a nice bright Arcturus, and I guess that's about as focused as it's going to get. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, well, let's, well, heck, let's do Saturn. It's over there. Let's see, which way should I go with that? I'm going to have to drag this over here. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to Saturn. So Saturn is something like, I think it's almost twice as far as Jupiter. So it's something like 1.4 billion kilometers away. Let's see if we can get Jupiter here. Or Saturn. Go to my slower slew. And we should pop him in. Where are you, Saturn? We'll get him. There he is. So very overexposed at the moment. I can fix that. I can fix that. I've got to look in on the chat here pretty soon. Am I going the right way or am I going the wrong way? I want to move him to the left here. There he is. Got to be able to see him while I change the exposure time.
Looking good.
Yeah, that's definitely a Saturn, I would say. We turn the gain down, the exposure up. We're looking through a lot of atmosphere. It's about, I want to say maybe 20 degrees above the horizon. So, whoop. So we're looking through a lot of muck. A lot of muck there. I can goose up the gain a little bit, I guess. Oh. Tracking is not too good. You can see the Cassini division there. Do you see the edge of the ring? And there's a little dark area on the edge of the ring. So we're just picking up the Cassini division there. Got a bug flying in my ear. I'm going to play with the focus just a little bit here. So it's going to jostle around a bit. Looks like about as good as I can get. So there's moons also. The one that we might be able to see is Titan. And I think, I'm not quite sure, but let's really goose up the gain and the exposure time. Let's go maximum on exposure time and maximum on gain. And I'm seeing a couple of spots. Well, maybe. Now I'm seeing a couple of spots there. One sort of up and to the right, and another one sort of near in on the right. You see those? I thought the Titan was out a little ways, and Titan's pretty bright, but I'm not seeing Titan. I'm not seeing anything really bright here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that bright dude way over on the right there, that is Titan. Try to focus on Titan. Sorry, I'm gonna bump around again. Get him nice and sharp if I can. As I said, I'm looking through a lot of garbage, so it's gonna look pretty bad. But that's a pretty good focus. So I think most of everything that you're seeing here is moons, right? The little faint guys. Might be some background stars, but well, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool that we can see Titan. Everybody's excited about Titan, right? Because it's got an atmosphere. It has apparently liquid ammonia oceans. So it's a pretty exciting place. So, but I'm going to goose the I'm going to goose the exposure time down now so we can see Saturn again. Whoop. Come on. There we go. All right, I'm gonna look at the chat really quick. Yeah, Uncle Bill, I'm not quite sure if I'd be able to see Eo's shadow in this. I think if I did if I recorded a bunch of these and stacked them, maybe did some what's called lucky imaging, where I just grab the best ones. I might be able to see the shadow. Oh, did he move out? Did I move it
Yes.
the wrong way?
Yes.
Oh, I did. Okay. I was moving it the wrong way. I was trying to put it in the middle. Where are you? Oh, oh, I totally lost him. I'll get him back. Oh, yeah. Oh, pushing the wrong, I'm pushing the wrong button. Here we go. Should be coming in. No, missed him. Oh. Get him this time. There he is. He's on the bottom. I see him. So where do I go? This way or this way? Ah, I lost him again. Should be there. Should be there. There we go. Yep. Yeah, it's, I have seen Saturn a trillion times, right? I mean, I've been looking at Saturn for over 40 years. and I still am like, it's just incredible. So gorgeous. All right, I'm going to pull up my chat again. There we go. Now I'll try to move. Oh, he froze. Or I froze. I don't know why it's doing that. Didn't ask it to do that. Come on. Getting a little jerky with my video here. Hard to line up on things when you can't see them. Should be there though. Dang. Should be there. Where are you? Where are you, Saturn? Pretty close. Where are you? For some reason. Let me play with the exposure time a little bit here. Not quite sure why I can't see it. Pretty obvious. Well, you're not frozen up. I thought for a second there, Bobby, that you froze up. Come on, Saturn, where are you?
Can you still hear me though?
Yeah, everything's good. I'm just making sure my video isn't frozen up, but I don't think it is. So I can see the pixelization, but where did Saturn go? Not quite sure.
There is an 11 magnitude star mix with the gallium moon, said Uncle Bill Thurin.
Oh, is there? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not going to see an 11th magnitude star, though. Not with this. But for some reason... Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay. All right, so now let me... stop that and change the... oh, let me scoot him over a little bit. Whoop, wrong way. Scoot him over this way. So I can see my control, which I have on the right, which I know that you can't see, but there we go. So pretty garbagey scene there. Whoop. Not too bad. Mars is slowly coming up. Still pretty darn low though.
There should be a 8 magnitude opposite Callisto.
Okay, yeah. I noticed Callisto was like way over from Jupiter, way out of the field of view that we had. So yeah, we're gonna go back over to Jupiter here soon. Trying to think if there's anything else interesting and bright to see. I'm gonna go out where it's a little bit dark so I can look around and see if there's anything interesting. So I'm gonna walk away. Nice and dark here for sure. You can see the Milky Way, no problem. Oh, it's awesome. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, I'm going to turn off my radio. Yeah, I sure wish you all could see the Milky Way that I'm seeing right now. Great. Saturn is right in the middle of it. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to, let's look at those moons one more time. Come on. Try to get it sort of right in the middle if I can. Oh, maybe a little bit up since Titan was sort of like playing a really bad video game or playing a video game very badly. So just imagine, right, that the Cassini spacecraft in its last grand finale, went in between the planet and the rings, that dark area there. They swung in between those. Isn't that cool? What a way to go out. I think they did it like 12 times or something like that. I don't remember exactly how many times, but last time around, it plunged into the planet. Come on, I want you to, there you go. Okay. So now, let me goose up the exposure time and the gain. And I can turn up the brightness too. Come on, gain. Give me some gain. What have we got? I'm not really seeing any. Whew, bugs. Okay, so that's definitely Titan down to the lower right. Definitely. My gain dropped again. Here we go. Let me change the brightness. I'm going to knock the brightness down and goose up the gain and exposure time. Yeah, okay, so that is definitely Titan, and as I said, I'm seeing one moon sort of, above and to the right of Saturn, and then one also above and a little bit more to the right, but closer to Saturn. Little faint things, but I'm thinking all those are moons. And definitely the bright one over there, that is definitely Titan. That's exactly where it was supposed to be. All right, well, cool. Let's go back over to Saturn, or to Jupiter. We'll check out. I think it was Io that was really, really close. I don't know if it's coming in or going out, but we're going to slew back over there. Six. So there's 3 moons. Oh. And I think Callisto is off to the right, I believe. So yeah, Io has definitely moved significantly in the last half hour. Tracking really sucks tonight. Yeah, definitely my collimation is pretty scary looking. I'm going to play with the focus a little bit here. Bobby, you look like you're having a good time over there.
Oh, yeah. All's well here.
Good. So there's 3 of the moons. I thought I saw a background star over here. Yeah, do you see? There's a little faint star off to the right there. You see him? That is definitely a star. Let's just see if we can slew over and see Callisto. I think I'm going to get him sort of right in the middle. I think it's over to the right. So let's just move over to the right and see if we can pick up Callisto anywhere out here. It's not to the right, it's to the left. I'm not seeing it this way. Let's go the other way. I'm just slowly slewing over, as you can see. All right, let's go this way. See if we can pick him up. Come on, Callisto, where are you? Wow, I'm not seeing him over there either. Maybe I'm not going far enough. It's possible. I'm going to get him back in the middle. Let me go way over. I'm going to go way over here. I'm just going to keep going until I really get... So there's no chance. But Callisto, I think, is about as far away from Jupiter as it can get. So I'm not seeing it this way, and I'm slewing quite a ways. So let's try the other way. I'm going to slew back. Should see Jupiter here pretty soon. Zip through. Come on, where are you? There you are. Okay, so now I'm going to go... let's see. Let's try to get him to go up a little bit. Okay, so now we'll go this way a little ways. Lots of bugs out here. When the monsoons come, all the bugs come out. But hey, I'm not complaining. Bobby, I'll bet you you've got a couple of bugs over there, huh?
Yeah, the
The what?
mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, yeah. We've got mosquitoes too, but they're not too prolific here. We've got almost everything else. Lots of beetles and... Okay, so let's not look at the moons anymore. Let's look at the actual planet itself. So I'm going to change the exposure time here. And I don't know if... Wow, the bugs are really coming out. Usually they don't like me, but they're liking me today.
You should put some deep.
Yeah, I really hate putting that stuff on my skin. I really do. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right?
True.
So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I can say that Jupiter and Saturn are about the same altitude above my horizon. So it's kind of cruddy looking. I'll bet you, though, if you were to stack these, they would probably look pretty good. Venus is still up, but it's getting really, really low. Okay, well, Mars is visible, and oh man, I'm really wanting to take a look at Mars. So that's a pretty good shot of Jupiter, though. Not too bad. Not too bad. And I think I'm going to go a little bit long on this live stream. Hope nobody minds. But you know, when one is having fun, why should one stop? So can still see Io there, even with that short exposure. That's pretty cool.
Uncle Bill's allergic to heat.
What's that?
Uncle Bill's allergic to heat.
Hmm. Nasty. Yeah, I don't think I have any allergies. I just don't like that stuff. So Uncle Bill's saying that Callisto is far on to the lower left. Okay, so I didn't even go far enough. Wow. Yeah, go go go. You bet. All right. Well, let's go over to Mars. Let's do it. Ready? Here we go. See what Mars looks like. Now it's still really low, and it's going to look pretty bad, I think. But that's how it goes. Oh, I'll go this way. I'm going to get my full screen here so I can see everything. Slow it down a little bit. And it should pop in. There it is. It's pretty big. That's almost as big as Jupiter was. Mars is about, it's as close as it's going to get for the next 200 and some years, I guess. It's like 38.5 million miles away. Jupiter was, what, about 700 million miles away. So 20 times further away. They look about the same size. Pretty cool. I might play with the focus a little bit. Okay. And maybe play with the exposure time a little bit too. Let me scooch it over, because I would really like to see if we can see some polar caps at least. Oh, come on, tracking. Track a little better than that. Oh, we're seeing some dark features. You see that? There's some dark stuff on there going sort of up and down. But rotate this around so I can see. I can't really say that I can see any polar caps.
I don't think it's even possible as well.
This this laptop screen is attracting all these bugs, and I've got like hundreds of species crawling all over the screen. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm not really seeing any polar caps, but I'm definitely seeing light and dark areas. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can move this around a little bit. Whoop, wrong way. So yeah, I'm not seeing any polar caps. Not that I can tell, at least, but definitely some dark and light areas. Are you seeing those, Bobby? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
There's sort of a brighter area, sort of in the middle, with a darker area, sort of going top to bottom, sort of curving off to the left a little bit. I wish I had a cursor. I could point to these things. So that's pretty cool. Let me I keep playing with the exposure time and the gain and all that to see if I can optimize. I wonder what auto will do. Oh, haha. That just
Uncle Bill, during the stuttering cat would be in Bill, but tiny.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So pretty cool. Nice to see Mars. It's still pretty low, right? I mean, it's not going to reach my local meridian. Oh, gee, for another at least another 2.5 hours or so. So when it goes through the meridian, that's sort of its highest point, right? The least amount of atmosphere. Right now, I mean, gee whiz, it's like maybe 10 degrees above the horizon, maybe a little bit more than that. So you can see the edge there is just all bubbly, and that's because we're looking through a heck of a lot of air. Well, I'm sure glad that it decided to get clear. It's sort of unusual for this time of year to have any kind of clear here, because our monsoons are supposed to be going, and we got some pretty good rain overnight last night, and it just sort of cleared up all day long. I was watching it all day, and just got clearer and clearer and clearer, and here we are. I mean, I can see the Milky Way, and it's actually a pretty dark sky, and the seeing, the seeing isn't great. The stars are twinkling pretty wildly, but it's not bad. I've seen a lot worse. I've seen a heck of a lot worse. Let's see if I can. I'm going to turn the exposure time down even more and turn the gain up. No, that really doesn't do anything. So there the gain is all the way down. So not a lot there, but definitely we're seeing some features on the surface for sure. For sure. I don't know my my Martian features, so I definitely would not be able to identify that. But it's pretty dark, whatever it is. All right, well, cool. I'm trying to think if there's anything else interesting. That we could possibly see. You know, Alberio is a nice binary star. It's best seen in color, but I'll bet you that we might be able to see that. It's a nice binary star. You want to see that really quick? And then we'll call it. Unless you want to see something else. Let's try Albireo. It's pretty faint. So I think what I'm going to do before we go over there is I'm going to goose up the exposure time and the gain, like pretty much as high as I can go. Okay, that's as high as the gain wants to go. Okay, let's try for Albireo. Here we go. See if we can get Albireo. Got to move my piece of cardboard. Might be a little bit hard for me to get Albireo because I'm basically looking right into the laptop. Let me, what can I do here? Let me rotate this around so I'm not staring right into the laptop. There we go. Okay. Get the cardboard in the right place. Otherwise, my knees are just not going to forgive me. Okay, so there's that full screen. Okay, here we go. Albireo. It's very dark out here. This is going to be pretty challenging to get. It's a pretty faint star, but I should definitely try it. I want to be a good example for Atta. Just don't give up. We don't give up easily.
Maybe we could give a shot at the M4.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably too faint to see. I thought of that, but I really think it's probably too faint. As it is, Albireo is going to be pretty tricky too, but I think I can get it. Closing in on it, I think. I've got to get this bright screen off of me for a second so I can actually see where I'm pointing. Boy, we're really close. Super close. But
Can you try like M4 or M71?
yeah, Bobby, I think those are just too faint for this webcam because it's a video thing. I'm pretty sure those are going to be too faint to actually see. I wish I could, but don't think I'm going to be able to. Let me battle Alberio. I think I'm really close, but it's a really faint star, so it's really hard to see through the finder scope, especially with the laptop screen being so bright. It keeps my eyes from properly dilating, so I can't see very well. But I'm pretty stubborn, so stick with it for a little bit here. And I'm actually using the telescope to block my view, block the screen. Turn this down. See if I can see Alberio. Wow, I can't even. Might not be able to do this. It might be just a little too faint to see. Through the finder scope. I'm really close, but I'm not seeing it on the screen. I've got to be dead on because the field of view is so small. I'm sort of scanning around, watching the screen. Yeah, that might be a little too faint to see. Really close. Yeah, I can't really see it through the finder scope. So, just a little too hard. If I had a slightly better finder scope, I'd be able to probably nail that. But that's a little too challenging, a little too hard. Let's finish with Saturn then. We'll get Saturn and we'll call it. It's 4 hours UTC anyway, so. But one more look at Saturn for sure. Worth it. Speed 6. Be pretty close. Come on, Tricky. There he is. I saw him. There he is. Yeah. Tracking's terrible tonight. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Whew. There's a piece of dust. Watch as Saturn goes by that piece of dust. You see that? That's pretty funny. Looking at my dirty optics. I'll play with the gain a little bit here. Exposure time of the gain. Turn the exposure time down. Turn the gain down. Got some drift. Whoop. Let's go that way. Oh. So the other cool thing here, right, which is relatively rare, is that you can see the entire ring all the way around, right? You can see it at the top of the planet, and you can see it at the bottom of the planet. And use your imagination a little tiny bit. You can see a little shadow of the planet on the rings at the top. All right, well, pretty cool. I think, let's see, I'm going to try to switch views here. Get back onto this and see what it looks like. Really dark. Save that. You can see the reflection of my glasses. Now watch, I'm going to exit out that. We can save those. And I'm going to change webcam to that. I just want to see if we can get sort of a decent exposure time to show off my ugly mug before I go. Just got to get into. Yes, no. A little bit more gain.
Man, you look freaky.
Oh yeah? I want to see. Oh yeah, cool. Look at that. Ooh. Hello. That's funny. I'm going to turn the auto off and turn that up and turn that up. Does that help at all? Oh yeah, that helps a little bit. So all right, I'm gonna get out of here for now. So thanks for hanging in. You know,